Hi everybody, I hope that you're doing well. We're here with a general reading. Before we get started, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. What it looks like to me is that what you have been doing and what you're focusing on right now is getting yourself kind of behind things that matter to you, doing things that are important to you. So this means like being responsible for the things that you care about. And if there are things that you're like, you know what, why am I even doing this anymore? I'm seeing you're going to be cutting those things off. Because you may have been like taking up responsibility for something that's not actually your responsibility. Like it's not really yours to be minding. And so you may be kind of like tightening up the ship in that way and just worrying about things that are your business to be worrying about. Especially as far as like what you're putting on your plate. Because I'm seeing you have some important roles that you're playing, and in order to do those most effectively and to be like fully concentrated and really be channeling your energy at full strength, you may be like sliding some things off your plate that you don't really need to be involved in, or that you don't really need to be responsible for. Change. We have the Death card. All right. Do you want to? Do you not want to? It seems like as far as this possible change that you would be making, maybe you feel like you have more of a choice here within this situation. But you could feel kind of mentally, energetically like there's not much of a choice, but at the same time, like within your actual life, 3D wise, it's like you could put this off for a bit longer. You don't technically need to do it, but there's like this pulling in your soul even that you would feel that like something needs to change. Or that you're ready for it even if it feels scary or intimidating. So you may also be checking in with yourself about like fears or why you may be holding yourself back from stepping into this transition or making a change. Ain't that the truth? So now you're seeing things clearly. Maybe that was the key for you. Whenever it comes to the Death card, it's something that, like, for the most part, humans are creatures of, like, patterns, habits, comforts. We don't usually like things that mean a change for us because then it can throw us off and it's not as, like, routine and things like that. It can feel counterintuitive only because of our egos and our survival and things like that. However, I'm seeing you get to a point where you're like, I'm seeing things clearly that a change is needed. Something has brought you to this point where you feel like you are ready for something different. Because you get to a point where you're like, I don't want to go on like this anymore. And I think that's going to be motivation enough for you to actually initiate this change. But I'm definitely seeing it be a challenge for you as well. Now you've gotten to a point where you're seeing things very clearly. Like you see what you need to see here. So there's no more, I haven't figured it out yet. Like you figured it out now. It's just about actually doing it. It's about the initiation physically maybe for you. Because like mentally that initiation has come and gone. Like that's been completed now. It's about what you're actually going to do about it now. That's where the challenge is. So again, it's not something that you need to figure out. You already know what you want to do. For some of you, this has to do with a partnership of yours. You can see very clearly the dynamic between you and this person. Again, there's like, I get this sense over and over again. There's nothing here that needs to be figured out. Like you're seeing everything very clearly. You know what needs to change. You know what needs to happen. You know what you don't want to keep doing anymore. Has to do with a relationship of yours, a relationship, a partnership, a dynamic, and what you plan to do here. Okay. So there's a sense of understanding, a deeper aspect of purpose here. Although you are seeing this, there may be something that you feel Eight of Swords is kind of being, I'm hearing in a gridlock. Okay. Eight of Swords is being in a spot where you may have like rules or something going on mentally that you kind of put yourself in a box and you're like, I can't get out of this, but it's only because of you putting yourself in a box here with the Eight of Swords. Because the story is with the Eight of Swords is that like this person that's kind of like all tied up and not really moving around because of mentally what's going on. It's kind of like a vibe of being frozen. If this person would just like back into the swords, they can undo whatever's happening. So it's kind of like addressing what needs to be addressed and cutting through with mental clarity. So being freed rather than pinned down. But yeah, there may be something mentally that you're feeling you have like a bit of a block with, or you're just like having a hard time maybe comprehending something, or even getting to a spot where you're like, you know what, I'm just gonna do it, I'm gonna get over it. Eight of Swords is a self-implicated space. So just as much as you put yourself in that space, you also have the opportunity to free yourself from it as well. And it's like ungrounded air energy. So it's like being so caught up in your head that like all of your energy is buzzing around here and you're not present within the rest of your body. Yeah. You see an opportunity, it's like right here for you, you see this opportunity and you're like, I recognize that that is an opportunity there, but at the same time you're like, I'm so scared, or I'm like really experiencing a lot of anxiety over this, or I feel very worried about it, like what if it goes wrong, what if the worst thing happens? It's like all of this ungrounded energy again. Doing grounding techniques definitely going to be helpful for you. Mental grounding techniques. Different things work for different people, so it's just about finding what works for you, especially when you get like caught up in your head, feeling very worried, racing thoughts, things like that. How do you bring yourself back into your body and regulate? So it's just dysregulated energy. Okay, so we are talking about a deep sense of connection here. But whatever this is that's going on in your head is kind of blocking you from a deeper sense of connection that you can be feeling, which is also part of what this whole change is about. You feel in certain ways that there's a lack of depth where you want to be feeling a lack of depth and intimacy and feelings. And that's what's motivating this change. But at the same time, there's still that sense of feeling in your head. I do get it definitely being connected with a partnership that you have. And this would be like fear connected around like what happens if things change between us? Like what is that going to mean then? This is absolutely a time in your life where you are getting to work with yourself on a deeper level, to collaborate with yourself and your senses, your intuition, your connection. Really tapping in to your higher self. Okay, so here it is. It's like you have the truth, you know the truth, but at the same time you're like pushing it away because of something that, because of a dynamic that you have, because of a relationship that you have, because of something going on between you and another person. What's interesting is that it looks like the Ace of Cups is being offered to you what this Ace of Cups is materializing as in your life, that's going to be different for each of you. And I'm seeing someone be like, I'm not really that into it, but it's the Ace of Cups. So there may be something going on with an attachment that you have to this person. So something's coming in and you may feel that it doesn't completely resonate with you. Okay. So Ace of Cups can be somebody coming through and being like, hey, I'm offering this to you. What do you think about it? Like, I'm trying to connect with you, things like that. But with the Four of Cups, it's kind of like being disinterested in whatever this is that's being offered to you. Like, this doesn't really spark much from you. It's like feeling very medium about whatever this is. You may feel better on your own. And you may also kind of feel like you already have whatever this is that's being offered to you. You may kind of feel like you already have that going on within your life. And it's like, why do I need another? It would feel like a duplicate in a way. I want to get further, though. Hold on. So I'm seeing, on one hand, you turn away from something, but then I'm seeing you actually reach out to another person. So it's almost like, I'm seeing you sitting there, right? And somebody's coming through and being like, hey, do you want this Ace of Cups? Like, I'm showing up, this is somehow being presented to you, and you're like, nah, I'm good on that, I don't really want it. And you actually turn in the other direction, and you are thinking, considering going actually towards somebody else and reaching out to this other person. So it's like, whatever this is that was coming in towards you, I'm seeing you not be into that. But it looks like there is actually somebody that you want to then kind of like share your feelings with. You'd be reaching out to them and connecting with them emotionally. And I'm seeing somebody that is very eager to speak with you. Very eager to speak with you. Like, you come through and you're like, hey, this is what's going on. I'm like wearing my heart on my sleeve. I want to tell you how I'm feeling. Or just like connect with somebody emotionally, or let them know about some emotional experience that you're having, or something that's like touching you, something that you feel connected to. So it's like a heartfelt message that you would send to somebody. And then I'm seeing whoever this is, I'm seeing you be the one that connects, that like reaches out to another person. Remember, energies can be reversed. Somebody can be coming through and messaging you. You go on to talk to this person, and I'm seeing this person respond very, very quickly to you, rapidly. So there's not even like a pause between. It's like you send a message to them and they message you back immediately. But they may actually be a bit in their head about this. Like, even though they respond immediately, I'm seeing them feel a little bit, they feel nervous around you. This is starting to feel like we have three people here, three energies here. I'm hearing a couple different words. Okay, let's keep going. So you did have the opportunity to switch something up, it seems. But it looks like you didn't want something. Okay, so now we're moving quickly. Oh, wow. You already have somebody else in mind? So somebody's coming through. Okay. Let's talk about this. I wasn't seeing this before, and now I'm seeing more clearly. Okay, so you are this, like, single entity, right? Like, regardless of who else you're involved with, I'm seeing you be like very much at the center of this whole thing, and you have been thinking about partnerships and stuff like that. Somebody is coming through, but this particular person, this person that comes through, the reason that we can say reject them is because like you're not into the vibe, okay? But that's not to say that you're not looking for a partnership. I'm just seeing somebody that doesn't resonate with you. So you're like, that's actually just, I'm not connecting with that, okay? It seems like it's a lack of compatibility. But in your head, because I'm seeing like above you are the lovers. So it's like, this is center focus for you. You are thinking about a partnership, but you're thinking about a very particular type of partnership. So whatever this was of this person coming through and offering something to you, I'm seeing like it was just them particularly that wasn't resonating with you. It's not that you don't want a partnership. You're very into the idea of a partnership. This particular person just wasn't resonating with you. So I'm seeing you get to a spot where you're like, something came to light within a situation and you were like, no, I don't want that. Like, I'm definitely getting a strong turning away from whatever this is that was coming towards you. Like, something came to light. With the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords, somebody could have told you how they were feeling, or like you had a connection with someone and then something got switched up with the Death card, and then things came to light like, hey, this is what's going on, this is how I'm feeling, and I'm seeing you like really not be into this. So I'm seeing the turning away that happens, but like on your mind still is a partnership. Like I'm seeing this be above you, connected with you. But there's a particular type of partnership that you are looking for. With this star, this is like something that feels like it is very genuinely and authentically connected with you. Like this isn't a connection for anybody else. This is a connection for you, like something that you genuinely feel. It's something that would like satiate you as far as what you're looking for. Something that would feel, I know we keep saying genuine. It would feel very authentic to you. Like when you think about what you're looking for and like the type of relationship and like human being that you are wanting to connect with, there's just, even if you don't fit it in a particular box, there's something very pure about the energetic connection that you would be able to feel. So even though you're like, it doesn't need to look a very particular way, it's going to be like such a pure connection that regardless of what it ends up looking like, I'm gonna know it when I feel it. So I'm seeing there be like a special thing that you have in mind when it comes to the type of relationship that you're trying to connect with. And then I'm seeing something about a message, something about like a sharing of feelings. So I'm seeing somebody come through and reach out to another person, and it's like you may be feeling a little bit anxious reaching out to this person. They may be feeling up in their head too. So I'm seeing like this kind of be between the two of you of like, this person's feeling like that, this person's feeling like that. Like both of you guys may be feeling, I don't know, maybe it's like a little bit awkward or you feel uncomfortable or something like that. But I'm seeing that like you're getting brave, you're reaching out regardless. And again, like this person like wastes no time to reply to you. Like even though this person is feeling nervous or they're like unsure about things, or they're kind of like restricted in some way, something like that, they respond to you immediately. So there's nothing left to question here. Very, very quickly. Something definitely significant about this person, like responding very quickly, rapidly. I want to say too, like this person definitely wants to talk to you, and this person is definitely like working on how they regulate too, because even though this person is feeling like nervous or anxious or whatever this is, they still reply to you anyway. So there can be stuff going on with them mentally where they're like struggling a little bit with this, or it's something difficult that they're moving through, but they're still showing up. Like this is them showing up nonetheless, which is purely an act of free will and definitely something being highlighted here, because you can have some people that feel like this and they're like, oh no, it's too much for me, like I'm too overstimulated, I'm gonna turn the other way because I'm scared, whatever. This person is like, I'm feeling this way and I'm still gonna be replying to you immediately. So there's just like something instantaneous, like it even feels like, I get the sense of even like lightning between the two of you, and it's because you initiated something and this person is like right on the same page with you immediately. And to have the Eight of Wands, it's like something happens very quickly thereafter, like you guys are going in a very solid direction with one another. And I'm seeing the Ten of Pentacles, which looks like it's turning out into maybe a much more ideal situation than you had imagined. And to also have the Eight of Pentacles like moving, or the Eight of Wands moving into the Ten of Pentacles, it's like you're moving into very solid territory. So something heavily stabilizes for you. Seems like this was really a matter of like you being vulnerable, putting yourself out there, wearing your heart on your sleeve, and minimizing the ego, because this, yeah, definitely would have needed to make yourself vulnerable to do this, because there was a feeling of, ooh, like I don't really know how this is gonna go if I reach out to this person, but I'm seeing it you would feel like this is rewarded, like you being vulnerable is rewarded because this person like comes back and connects with you immediately. Very eager. Whoever this person is that's replying to you, I'm seeing someone very eager. All right, we are looking at Scorpio, Gemini, Aquarius. Okay, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here at 2200. I would like to thank everybody for joining. Thank you for connecting. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.